Teo, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about this lovely film. This is a heartwarming story, a heartwarming film. Love Laura. Laura, your character, it was very special. So let's start by asking how would you describe your character? How would you describe Laura?
Laura is a young girl who just wants to get to the city. She wants to chase her dreams. She wants something so much bigger than herself, but she's kind of stuck in her family dynamic. Um, Laura is very funny. She's very smart. She's very fast-moving sloth. Um, yeah,
It's interesting when you mention a fast talking moving sloth.
yeah.
We know sloth of being like slow animals. So how was to work that aspect of the character that breaks every stereotypes of the character
I
of
know,
the
I love
animal
it.
per se?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And her whole family is like, what is this girl doing? She just needs to slow down. They're all so chill, and she's like, let's go. Ready to go at all time.
So this is your first animated project. So how did you react when they presented you the story? The not only the story, but the fact that the film was going to be an animated picture, and how fun, easy, difficult, intense was to convey all these emotions of the character throughout your voice.
Um, this is my first animated feature, and I'm so excited that this is my first. To be leading a film is like a dream.
Uh-huh.
And I've always wanted to do animation. I've always wanted to do voice acting for a really long time. So I was very excited to be given this script and be given this character. Um, it was difficult, but I was so supported by Tanya and Ricard, our directors. They were wonderful, so kind, and I really trusted them a lot. So it was difficult, but I was held, and it was overall just a fun time in the booth. We were just being silly, which is the best ever.
Tell me about portraying a kid, a 12-year-old sloth. You have to,
Yeah,
like manage or work with different voices to get the character. Tell me about
yeah.
that specific aspect.
I mean, I naturally have a very like young sounding voice, and I myself get mistaken for a teenager. Um, so it isn't like too difficult, but yeah, like putting on a child's voice, or like someone who's, I wouldn't say it's a child's voice, it's just someone who's like really excited and like ready to go. Comes really naturally to me. I just really enjoy doing it, and I enjoy doing funny voices, and like yeah, I always have. So
You did awesome. So tell me about a little bit about the emotional aspect of the story of the film, because Laura has a very strong bond, a strong relationship with her family. Tell me about working that aspect of the film with your directors and the rest of the cast.
yeah, so we were really, really lucky. I actually got to be in the room with my family recording the film. So a lot of the scenes where the family are talking to each other, we are actually talking to each other, which is really rare in animation. Usually it's just you and a microphone. So I felt really lucky to be able to be looking into like Olivia Facundo's eyes and like telling them these things. Yeah, and I love the relationship between Laura and her mother, Gabby. That was a relationship that really stood out to me. And it felt like the kind of crux of the film, the heart of the film. And I got to do so many of our really big emotional scenes with her in the room. And she's like a wonderful, beautiful performer and a beautiful person. So it
That's
felt incredible. Yeah.
that's awesome. So thank you for that. Another aspect that caught my attention with the film was that although it is although it is an Australian production, it has a very strong and authentic Latin flavor. So how was it to, like, to immerse yourself within the culture, considering that you had, some Panamanian background there? So tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about that aspect of the film.
Yeah, I mean, my mother is Panamanian. So I
Awesome.
consider myself Latin Australian.
Oh, beautiful.
Um, yeah, I mean, growing up Latin in Australia, there wasn't a lot of Latin people around me. But as I've grown up, there are more and more, which is really encouraging. And obviously there were Latin people in the cast, Facundo, Benjamin, Ricard as well, is Spanish. And yeah, so I felt like really held and lucky to be like with community and culture and felt very healing. And my mom's very proud. She's telling everyone back home, she's like, get on your TV sets, be watching this movie. Yeah.
That was awesome. It felt very, very Latin, although it is an Australian production. You did an awesome work with your voice, with the character. It is a very, not only funny but also heartwarming, emotional film because of the strong family, themes, universal themes that the film presents. So thank you so much, and then congratulations on such a wonderful work. And again, from Puerto Rico, desde Puerto Rico, un fuerte abrazo.